There's so much for eyes to see. Even if a person had only one eye, they can still see several things. But when we have two eyes that can be awake at many hours during a day, eyes can see a variety of things. But what can keep a husband's eye or his eyes on his wife? What can keep him grounded in his marriage and not seeking lust to take over? Not only with another woman physically, but also material possessions and things that can cause a husband to become idle and wrapped up in the world and losing sight of his marriage, having eyes that are wandering, eyes that become fixated with other things. A husband must be in the Lord. A husband must be walking in Jesus Christ. A husband must be faithful. A husband must be obedient. A husband must trust in the Lord fully every day of his life. So a husband can see a variety of things in this world, and he can stay grounded in his faith. He know that things that he may look at, he will know that it's not right. He will know that it's not worth pursuing or acting upon in ways that will not please the Lord. Can that husband walk in this direction? Can this husband know his true purpose in the Lord? That is to be godly. That is to be righteous. That is to be fruitful, bearing good fruit in his marriage, bearing good fruit with his family, bearing good fruit in his community, his neighborhood, his city, his town, his state, on a national level. At the church, a husband who desires fully to be with the Lord and to know how important being a husband is. In the book of Genesis, God laid out the foundation of a husband leaving his mother and father, clinging to his wife, and that the two should become one flesh, not two, but one, letting no one separate this relationship. That is how important it is that God created it this way. And the husband must follow God to be a godly husband, to fulfill his marital duty, to share equally with his wife, and that Christ is the head of their marriage. And then his eyes will be fixed on the Lord in prayer, in the Bible, looking to the Lord for guidance throughout his life. Not looking at things of this world in ways of lust that he will act upon those things. How many husbands have acted upon the world with other women, with drinking, with pornography, with addictions, with recreational activities, with breaking the law, with crime, and other things that will keep that husband's eye or his eyes fixed on the world, losing sight of his marriage, not being fully anchored in Jesus. It is time right now for husbands to be a man of God, a husband of God, walking in that proper spiritual path on their way to heaven, preparing his wife through his ways of living for her to be walking on the spiritual path to heaven. His children, his family, all of those around him doing what God is desiring for a husband to do. A husband must be anchored in the Lord, his eyes fixed properly on the Lord, and he will have the light to walk on the narrow path that leads to everlasting life. If you are a husband and your eyes have been fixed on this world, you've been fixed on another woman physically, you've been fixed on other things of this world, and the time is right now to change from this and do it right now. And don't ever lose sight of God. Walk with God. Hold on to God. Don't hold on to this world. And if you are a wife and you know that your husband has been fixed on this world, pray for him repeatedly. Go to him. Go to the Lord to show him his eyes are not on the right things. This world will pass away, but the words of God would never fail. They would never pass away. Seek his kingdom for everlasting life, to be with the Lord in his presence for eternity.